Okay, Mr. Schmiel and Mr. Tarango, I've got you both connected to Zoom.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Mr. Schmiel, you're representing Teklabrand Tesfaye. Is he going to be with you or is he with his family?
He's supposed to be with his family. I did speak with them yesterday and gave them the Zoom information to make sure that they had that. So they're supposed to be hearing
All right. Can you tell me if they've Zoomed in?
St. Louis, Chicago.
The family's trying to connect right now, it looks like.
Can you see me?
No, we can't see you, but we can hear you. Are you with Mr. Tesfaye?
I am not, but let me see. I'm trying to see. It says start camera. Hold on one second. Or start video. Allow Zoom to access your camera from device settings. Hold on one second. Device
Who are
settings,
you?
privacy. This is Helen Freemichael, his contact.
Sure. Thank you,
One
Helen.
second. It says device settings.
It should say something that says connect to video.
Yeah, and it tells me to go to my settings. Okay, camera.
Oh. Mr. Schmiel and Mr. Tarango, I just wanted to inquire. I know that there'd been some efforts to find some permanent placement for Mr. Tesfaye and some possible work through Network 180. What's happened with that, Mr. Schmiel?
My understanding, speaking with the family as of yesterday, is that Mr. Tesfaye will be remaining with his cousin, who's stated that he can stay with him here in this area. What I think we were talking about last time is to the possibility of him moving back to Seattle, for whatever family reason they've made the decision for him to stay here with his cousin, who he appeared with last time.
Sure. And have you had much opportunity to talk to your client directly so as to know how to proceed with today's hearing?
I have not.
Okay. Helen, are you still there and can you hear me? Sounds like they're trying to connect, but they were having difficulty connecting. And Mr. Tarango, is your position basically that you're
Okay,
willing
can
to
you
conti-
can you hear me?
you. Yes, we can.
All right. Access start video. Okay. Okay. Can you see me now?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you, Ms. Freemichael. I appreciate that.
Yes.
Is Mr. Tesfaye with you?
He is not. My dad, I'm actually in Chicago and my dad is in Grand Rapids with him at the house. And I'm not sure if he knows how to connect by himself on the computer. I know he's trying, but I don't think he's able to connect.
Okay. Ms. Freemichael, does your dad have a telephone number where he is?
Yes.
Can you give me that?
616-617-8494.
And what's your dad's name?
Tewolde.
T?
Tewolde. Tewolde.
Okay. I'm going to see if I can get them on the telephone.
Okay.
Were you zooming in, Ms. Freemichael? Because you're part of the case to hear what's going on, or were you trying to help your dad?
Both. So I'm the contact person. My dad and my dad's cousin, Teklabrand, they also kind of, English is not their first language. So in terms of like court and like paperwork stuff,
What is the first language?
Tigrinya.
Okay.
We're from Eritrea.
Yes, is this Tewolde?
Yes.
Well, I know Tewolde is your first name.
Yes.
My name is Judge Sara Smolenski, and I've got your daughter Helen on the Zoom. She gave me the number so I could call you.
Okay.
And you have Mr. Teklabrand Tesfaye with you.
Yes.
and you had the information about zooming into our court by calling that number, were you able to do that? Have you tried to zoom into the court? Not tried yet?
Not yet.
Yeah,
I never tried that one.
right. Well, let me do this. Mr. Schmiel, you heard the number that Ms. Freemichael just gave me to contact Mr. Tesfaye?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hold on, Mr. Tawalda. Hold on 1 minute.
All right.
Mr. Schmiel, did you get that number?
Yes, Your Honor, I do have that number.
I'm gonna hang up with Mr. Tawalda and have you contact him directly.
Okay.
Mr. Schmiel, so you can talk to Mr. Tesfaye and kind of figure out what we're doing.
Okay.
All right?
So,
Mr. Tawalda, hold on 1 second. Helen, what were you gonna say?
So from my understanding from our last court hearing, the concern was permanent placement for Tekla Burhan. So at this point, from my understanding is, because he's permanently going to be residing with my father, we want to get this court case dismissed. So we don't have to go any further. This has kind of been going on for some months now. And
Right.
the issue was just permanent placement. Our plan is he is going to permanently reside with us. We've already applied for his Medicaid. We've been taking to him all his doctor's appointments. He has an MRI of the head scheduled soon. So I just, at this point, my request is just to dismiss this case.
I get
Because-
what you're saying, Ms. Freemichael, and it all sounds good if the prosecutor's willing to dismiss it.
Okay,
It's
can
a
we ask?
felony case. It's a felony case involving a potential arson. And what
Correct.
you're saying is that because of his mental instability at the time and living alone, you know, he can't be charged with it. And that's unclear at this point, but I get what you're
Correct.
saying.
Well,
I
he
get
was
what-
he was admitted into Pine Rest for 3 months.
Yeah, I get it.
And he
We
had a
get a
court
lot of
order.
people that have mental health issues that still get charged criminally, and I know that's difficult. Hang
Correct.
on 1 second, if you would. Hang
Okay.
on 1 second. I'm going to let the attorney for your, however he's related to you, talk with Mr. Tesfaye and Mr. Schmiel. I'm just going to hang up with Mr. Tawaldo and just let you talk to him, and then we'll get back to him, okay? Mr. Tawaldo, I'm going to hang up, but an attorney is going to call you to talk with you and your cousin.
Okay.
His name is Marcus Schmiel.
Okay.
And then I'm going to call you back.
Okay.
But right now I'm going to hang up so he can call you, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Ms. Freemichael, it appears you're at the
Yes.
hospital and on your shift. You can
Correct.
just stand by. I'm not positive what's going to happen. If you want to leave any information of how we can contact you, you know, that would be fine too. It's
That's
a
fine,
little
yeah.
bit of it's a little bit of a unique situation. You know, and I get that there are extenuating circumstances. I haven't yet heard from the prosecutor, Mr. Tarango, what your take on the whole case is.
Thank you, Your Honor. I mean, before Mr. Schmiel logs off, I do have the copy from Prime Rest. It's about a 102-page document. And as Ms. Freemichael was saying, you know, it does look like he was admitted there for about 3 months or so. I mean, the end result or the summary of the psychiatric care is that he was diagnosed with schizophrenia. If that's my understanding, and a possible Alzheimer's. Am I reading that correctly, Mr. Schmiel?
Yeah.
Yes, but the document was actually, it's 420 pages from Pine Rest.
I gave the prosecutor a majority of kind of the stuff from Pine Rest, but I didn't give him the whole and complete file, so he could have an understanding of that, but we're not disclosing to the whole community every single piece of his mental health issues.
Right. Understood.
Your Honor, so all other people, based on the information that we have from Pine Rest, and you're right, our biggest concern is not having him live alone. If he's got
Yep.
housing now, I'm willing to dismiss his case.
Okay, so the way we do it is it's a dismissal without prejudice. And Ms. Freemichael, you're going to have to get your dad to be really clear as the first cousin that Mr. Teklabrand Tesfaye needs supervision,
Correct.
just like anybody else with either a mental health disorder or disability, that he can't be left on his own. This was
Correct.
at least three times that fire rescue came because all the burners were on with no flames. And obviously you can understand how difficult and dangerous that can be with upwards of 20 people in the building structure, et cetera, with other apartments. So
Correct.
the whole idea of him living with your dad is so there'd be supervision. That's a
Correct.
huge obligation for your dad, and good for you to be involved from Chicago, but it's nothing like what your dad's going to be going through. Do you understand?
No, I understand, and he understands that as well. But we just can't
Okay.
throw him away
And
as
you
a
don't
human.
have
So.
you don't have a mom in the picture?
We do. My dad is married, so my mom and my dad are taking
So
care
it's
of him.
both of them.
Correct.
Yeah, that's huge.
He
Well,
used to
Mr.
live
Schmiel,
with, he used to live with us before this.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm hoping they can handle everything. Well, then it will be a dismissal without prejudice. And Mr.
Okay.
Schmiel, I'm going to have you call. The father's first name is Tawalda. Is his last name Tesfaye as well, Ms.
No,
Helen?
it's free.
Michael.
It's free, Michael. F-R-E Michael.
Oh, it's Free Michael, just like yours. So
Correct.
Mr. Free Michael is who you'll be calling, Mr. Schmiel, but I don't want to not get back to him. I won't call him back, but I want you to call him now at the number that Ms. Free Michael just gave us, so that he can understand technically the case is being dismissed and we're done, but his obligations and his wife obligations continue, and he should know that they can bring the case back if they don't follow through with their obligations.
Okay.
Okay? Okay, everybody. Ms. Free Michael, thanks for all you're doing. It looks like you're a first level responder with everybody. Good luck to what you're
Yeah.
doing in Chicago.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
All right.
Thank you,
Bye.
Mr. Schmiel.